Is it really that bad to be a full-time content creator? What's the reality of pursuing content creation full-time? Do I regret the decision of quitting 9 to 5 to go full-time on content creation? I quit my stable 9 to 5 job back in 2023 with a dream of making money from content creation someday. And I would totally understand if you think I'm crazy because back then I was making absolutely nothing from content creation, and that continued for 7 months. I decided to make this video because I see a lot of YouTubers and content creators talking about how unstable and unpredictable it is to make this a job. But is it really that unstable? The other day, I saw a YouTuber with a couple 100,000 subscribers talking about how unpredictable the paycheck is because some month the YouTuber make 10,000 US dollars or more, and for some month it's only about 8,000 US dollars. And I've definitely heard of more established YouTubers talking about how unstable being a content creator is. When my channel finally got monetized and when I started to get some sponsorship deals, this was my reaction. Wait, this is not as bad as I thought it would be. The paycheck turned out to be way more predictable than I expected. And I thought about why I feel this way while all these YouTubers are talking about how unstable the paycheck is. And I came down to this conclusion. It's unpredictable for them because they expect the best case scenario while I expect the worst. When I had the sales-related role back in the corporate world, I always needed to predict my performance, aka sales. And I was always that type of employee who is very pessimistic about my forecast. I always tried my best to make sure that my result is gonna turn out to be better than the forecast. And as a result, I almost always overachieved. Being a pessimist when it comes to the forecast has been very helpful throughout the content creation journey, because if I were making $8,000 to $10,000 per month from content creation, which I don't, but I might in the future, so we're gonna stick to this example, my forecast will be $8,000 per month. Or actually, I might even estimate it lower just in case. And if I end up making $8,000, that's great. If I end up making $10,000, that's also great. I'm gonna consider the extra sales as bonus, and I'll probably save it in case I have low performing month. The number, of course, fluctuates month by month, but if you think about it, that's the same for pretty much any kinds of business. Whatever business you run, your monthly sales is gonna be different month by month, and all you can do is to use your previous data to analyze and make your forecast as accurate as possible. I think if your goal is to be a full-time content creator, it's a good idea to have the business owner mindset from the very beginning of the journey. Whether you're creating content full-time or as a hobby, I feel like there are always new things to learn, and honestly, it can be quite overwhelming. If you want to level up your content creation skills or any other skills really, Skillshare can be a great community for you. If you haven't heard of Skillshare, it is the largest online learning community for creatives like you and me, where you can take thousands of classes from industry professionals. I just started Ali Abdal's productivity masterclass, and so far it's been really helpful. And what's amazing is you can take classes about pretty much anything on Skillshare. You can take a YouTube for beginners class, you can learn Japanese, you can learn how to be productive, how to edit using DaVinci Resolve, which I really wish I had enrolled when I first started this journey, because learning how to edit on DaVinci Resolve all by myself was so hard, and I'm still learning every single day. If you want to turn your I want to's into I made it happen this summer, I have a very exciting offer for you, but you gotta be quick because the first 500 people who click the link in my description is gonna get a 1-month free trial on Skillshare. You can take those classes for free today, and you don't have to struggle trying to solve all by yourself like I did. Another point I want to mention here is that YouTubers who are more well established most likely make way more than $10,000 per month. And there are so many people working a corporate job who make significantly less than that. And realistically speaking, you don't need that much of money to live a comfortable lifestyle. You have every right to disagree to this, but if you disagree, that probably means going full-time with content creation is not the highest priority in your life for you, because if it is, you will try your best to find a way to make it happen. I'm reading a book called $1 Million Weekend, and the author talks about how he actually never really had a big dream like becoming a millionaire or billionaire, but he had a dream of getting the freedom in his life. And to achieve his goal of becoming free, he came up with this monthly freedom number. He calculated all the costs, and the number turned out to be $3,000 per month. He also mentions how he met a successful entrepreneur, and he also had a freedom number, and his number was $1,500 per month. I think coming up with a freedom number is a great motivational booster for you to start working on your business idea you always had in your mind, and you can finally take the first step to turn it into a reality. One thing I noticed here is how low the freedom number they both had. I think one of the reasons why they ended up becoming so successful is because they had a realistic, attainable goal rather than a crazy goal like earning $1 million. And that reminded me of this one decision that I made back in the corporate world. Around 2 years ago, before leaving the corporate world, I made the decision to move from Tokyo to a countryside because I was simply done with Tokyo and I was just craving nature and a calm, peaceful, friendly community. And now that I think about it, because of the decision, I was able to lower my living expense and freedom number even before quitting the 9-to-5 job. After moving to a countryside, not only my rent went down, but my overall spending significantly went down because I'm just not overstimulated anymore. I don't feel like going on a fancy vacation all the time because I'd rather spend time at home or just having a relaxing, chill time on the beach nearby. As a result, my lifestyle became more frugal and my freedom number went down, which definitely took some pressure off my shoulder. With that being said, I still think saving really makes a difference. And I definitely don't recommend you to quit your 9-to-5 job without having any savings in your bank account. As I mentioned in the beginning, I wasn't making any money for the first 7 months, and during those time, I was using my savings to pay for my living expenses. I talked about this in my previous videos, but I think it's a good idea to have at least 1 year worth of saving, and of course, the more the better. I have small money saving tips video here if you're interested. Now, let's talk about regrets. Do I regret quitting 9-to-5 job to become a full-time content creator? No, but there are definitely things I miss from being a corporate employee. In my previous job, I had an admin team who takes care of annoying paperwork. I had a legal team who takes care of contracts, and I had a finance team who deducts insurance, tax, and does year-end adjustment for me. And now I have no one, so I need to do pretty much everything all by myself. Another big thing that I knew it's gonna happen, but it kind of sucks to actually experience it, is as a business owner, you basically have zero social credibility, at least in Japan. The Japanese government and companies like banks and credit card companies love salarymen or corporate workers. For example, it's extremely easy to get housing loan with good interest rates for corporate workers in Japan. Like some people even put down payments in the loan so they can buy a house and pay extremely small amount of money in the beginning. But that's not the case for small business owners. Some banks don't even accept applications of housing loan from a small business owner in Japan. Will I ever go back to the corporate world again? I am not like I would never ever go back to the corporate world. I think if I want to or if I need to, I'll be always open to go back to the corporate world and get a salaryman job. And if that means I need to climb up the corporate ladder from the very bottom again, I'll be totally okay with that because that's the consequences of the decision that I made. What's the best part of becoming a full-time content creator? I think the best part is that there is limitless possibilities of what you and your small business can evolve to be in the future. I hope what I shared today was helpful. Don't forget to check out Skillshare from the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm gonna see you in the next video.